Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the dress we are going to be making in this tutorial. It's a circle dress, circle flare dress, and a bell sleeve with a turtleneck. If this is what you would like to learn, please kindly follow me and let's go into the tutorial. Let me teach you how to make it. You can see how relaxed the neck looks, and this is the back of the dress. It has a belt around the back. Just as you can see, there is a belt around the back. Please kindly subscribe, like, and share to encourage me to make more videos. If there's any question or anything you don't understand, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'll be willing to reply. So the first thing I'll do is to get my shoulder line after folding my fabric. My shoulder line is 7.5 plus half inch is making 8 inches. I'll get that on a straight line. Measure the both sides to make sure that they are giving me an equal value. So after that, I'm going to mark my lines clearly so that you can see. I'm marking it clearly so that you can see it properly. Then the next thing I'm going to do is on the folded part of my fabric, I'm going to measure my neckline. On the folded part of my fabric, I'll measure my neckline. My neckline is 3 inches. 3 inches, and I'll come down by 1 inch, just as you can see. Now curve my neckline. So for those that do not know how to fold the fabric, this is a quick one. So I'll fold my fabric just like this. If this is your fabric, you fold it just like this. Then you fold it again. Then make sure that this one you're going to fold now is the length of your blouse or the length of your dress. So just this way you're going to have a folded part on one side and the other one is going to be open. So this, just like this, you're going to fold it just like this. So the part up there is the folded part and you're just going to fold it just like that. I hope you understand. So let's continue, and then I'm going to mark my front neckline now, which is 2.5 inches, and it's okay for the neckline. For the turtleneck I'm making 2.5 inches. I'm going to go down by 2.5 inches. I'm trying to mark the neckline clearly so that you can see what I'm doing. So now I'm going to mark my shoulder slope, which is 1 inch. I'll come down by 1 inch from my shoulder slope. I'll connect it to my neckline. So the next thing is to get my armhole depth. My armhole length is 8 inches. So from the shoulder line, I mark 9 inches. I mark the straight line. Then I'll connect it like so. After doing that, what I'm going to do next is to get the midpoint, then curve my armhole. Get my armhole curve. So I'm going to measure my bust area. So the bust I'm working with is 42 inches. 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. So I'm marking 10.5. 10.5 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance and 1 inch for ease. So after that, I'll get my armhole depth up to that line that I have marked. So I'm going to curve it into inwards a little bit for my front armhole. That is my front armhole. So the next thing I'm doing is from that neck, from that line, from my shoulder line, I'm getting my length. The length of my dress is 33, but the length I have there is 34. So I'm marking 34. Is 33 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance is 34. So I'm marking 34 round. I'm marking 34 round just the way you can see. I mark 34 on this edge and on the other edge and in between in the middle. So I'll get 34 round for my dress. 34 inches. So I'm going to be cutting it out. I want to get my bust measurement. So I'll be putting the ruler on the 10.5 plus 2 inches, which is 12.5. So I'm going to place the ruler from that 12.5 down on a straight line. So my blouse or my dress will not be too wide. Just the way I'm placing my ruler now. So I've gotten my line. Then I'll be cutting it now. So I'm cutting it. I'm going to cut my neckline. I'm going to cut the back neckline first. Down to my shoulder slope, just the way you can see. Then to my back armhole. I'm cutting my back armhole depth first. Just the way you can see, cutting my back armhole. So I'm done cutting now, and I'm going to remove the back from the front part. So this is supposed to be my front part, but there was as you can see, there's a paper, the label on it, so I'll be using the other fabric to cut my front part. I cannot use this side to cut so I'm done shaping my front neck on the second part, and I'm cutting it now, as you can see. So I'm going to cut the armhole, going to shape it now. So I'm done cutting, and the next thing I'm going to do is to get the midpoint of my back, the back of my dress, then come in by 1 inch for the slit at the back. 1 inch only at the down part is going to be a slanted line up to the upper part of the neck area. Just like this, as you can see. So I'm going to be cutting it now. And this is our back pattern. And I've placed the back, my back dress. So I've placed this shoulder up to, I'm placing the shoulder of the back on the front. So what I'm going to do now is to run a stitch through the shoulder line. So I'm done running the stitch, and the next thing I'm going to do now is to measure the neckline that we have. So I'm measuring the neckline now. Please, I'm trying to go through this process because of, in case of the beginners that are watching, please bear with me. So the length of the neckline is 18 inches. So I'll be folding my fabric into 2 just this way to cut the turtleneck. So I'll be folding it just this way into 4. Into 4, we can see the way I'm cutting it, the way I'm folding it, sorry. So after that, my neckline 18 inches divided by 4, because I'm folding the fabric into 4, so I'll be dividing by 4. So after dividing by 4, I'll go 4.5. I'll be marking 4.5. Just round the fabric like that, the upper part of the fabric, 4.5 round. Trying to cross check to see if what I have is 4.5 round. Please do cross check before cutting, please. 4.5 round. So the next thing I'm going to do, the length of the neckline I want, my turtleneck is 1 1/4. 1 1/4. So that is what I'm marking, plus 1 inch allowance, making 2 1/4. So I'll be going down by 2 1/4 inch round. 2 1/4 inch round. 2 1/4 inch round. So I'll be cutting it out now. And then I'll open the 2 sides. I'm going to open the 2 sides because I'm having 2 parts. So this is what we have. And after getting this now, I'm going to run a stitch through the upper part of the neck. Run an 1/2 inch. I added 1 inch, one for upper part and one for the down. So I'm running a stitch 1/2 inch. So I'm done running now, and I've notched the front so that I can have a relaxed neck. I notch it around, and I'm going to turn it just this way and sew it on the neckline. So I notch the middle to get the middle points of the neck I've cut, and I'm going to mark the midpoint of the round neck of my dress as well, and I'm going to notch the midpoint. This is the right side, so I'm going to be placing the turtleneck on the wrong side to have a perfect finishing. I'm going to place it like so, pin it around, make sure it gets to the edge of the both sides. Then I'll use the remaining ½ inch to fold it to the up. I'll turn it when I'm done stitching it round like this. Then I'll turn it and fold it and finish it up. Then I'll show you what I get. Please make sure that you take your time, pin it down. Make sure that the edges are matching correctly. Make sure that they are matching correctly. Make sure that they are matching correctly. So, we'll be cutting the sleeve now. And I folded my fabric into 4 because I'm cutting the 2 sleeves together. I'm cutting it at once. Hope you can see the way I've folded my fabric. So I'll be coming down by ½ inch for the stitching allowance and also the start line. ½ inch. Then I'll be marking the length of my sleeve. The length of my sleeve is 23 inches plus 1 inch for sewing allowance, makes it 24. So I'll be marking 24 inches now. .24 inches, then I'll connect the line just like so. So I'll come down so I'm going to mark my cap height now, which is 4 inches. My cap height is 4 inches. I'm going to be connecting the lines on a straight line. So after that, hey guys, I'm so sorry for this part. I really do not know what happened to this part that is not properly showing. Please bear with me. So what I did is what I am doing now is just to my armhole. After measuring my armhole on the dress, it is 9½ So 9½, I'm marking 9½ on a slant line from this line you're seeing here to the starting line. So I'm just marking 9½ on a slant line like that, plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. So I divided the 9 inches by 2, get the midpoint and have my normal basic sleeve curve. Basic sleeve curve. So here, this is what I'm doing here. So after that, I'm going to get my ruler. I hope you can understand. So I got to the length of my sleeve, mark the depth there. The length of my sleeve is 24, like you remember. So I'm placing my ruler like this from the edge, from this 10.5, 9.5 plus 1, 10.5. So I'm marking it on a slant line to the edge of the sleeve. I'm trying to measure the sleeve. If what I have there is the armhole, measuring the armhole, if what I have there is 9.5 plus 1, 10.5. and that is what I have. So I'm just going to connect it like this to have an A-line, a bell sleeve, an A-line sleeve. So I'm just connecting from there to the edge, as you can see. And I'm going to cut it out. I'm cutting it out now. I'm cutting the upper part with the 1/2 inch I've added for sewing allowance at the upper part. The joining allowance from my armhole, from this sleeve to the armhole of the dress, I added 1/2 inch upper part. I hope you can see. I'm so sorry for this, guys. I didn't know what happened to my video. It just zoomed, and I've been trying to rectify this mistake, but it's not working. I don't know. I'm so sorry. So I'll be marking 1 inch up from that part to get it curved, so that I won't have a sharp edge. So I'm just going to cut it just like this, and our sleeve is ready. Our sleeve is ready. I hope you can see. So this is what the edge looks like after cutting. So this is the second one. So this is what it looks like. So I'll just be running a stitch round 1 inch allowance down. So this is the upper part. I hope you understand what I did there. Then the next thing, I want to show you the turtleneck after I was done joining the turtleneck. Okay, this is my belt. So this is my belt. I hope you know how to make the belt. Just had it. That is the down part. This is down part here. The down part, I have 2, and this is the upper part. So I'll be joining it to the back of the turtleneck. So this was my turtleneck after I was done. I'm done joining the turtleneck to the neck, and this is what I got. I hope you can see how relaxed it looks. So after I was done with everything, this is what I have. Please, I'm so sorry guys for that video that was not showing properly. This is what I have, and this is how relaxed the neck looks. I hope you like it. I'm sure it's something that you like. I hope you have learned something new today. This is the back. I've joined the belt, and this is what it looks like. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Please subscribe, like, and share. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask me. If there's any way you don't understand, please ask me, and I'm going to respond. Thank you. God bless you.